Okay, everyone, it's another Thursday here in the catch pen, Southwest Mississippi. You can notice I'm wearing a jacket. Front came through yesterday and the temperatures are a little bit cooler than they were yesterday, and we're thankful for that. You may see behind me some cows. They're enjoying a bale of hay. Had to feed them a bale of hay today just to keep them happy until another pasture is open, and that'll happen tomorrow. But anyway, it's good to see y'all here today. I've been busy, been a real busy day today. Between the cows and working on equipment, and also another thing I'm doing is I'm trapping hogs. I know that doesn't sound very romantic, and it probably doesn't need to be either. But we have a real problem here in Southwest Mississippi with feral hogs. These are hogs that just go crazy. They're wild hogs. They tear up the ground. They tear up crops. They make a mess out of everything. I've had some people get a hold of me and they wanted me to trap them. And thanks to my friends with Pig Brig, which I'll give them a shout out. Pig Brig is a trapping system that uses a net, which is really a great way to catch hogs. But I want to explain to you something about how we catch these hogs. Number one, we have to bait the area. We have to put something out that they want. And generally that's corn, plain old corn. This time of the year, people are getting ready to do some deer hunting, and they like to put their corn out and some other things. But what I'm trying to do is catch hogs. I'm not into the deer hunting so much as I am trying to get rid of an invasive species. That's exactly what they're called here, invasive species. It's all across the South. Anyway, what we do is we put some corn out and get them coming, okay? And then the next thing we do is we put our T-post, big 20-foot circle, okay? It's 20 foot across. And we get them to feel comfortable coming into that circle. We keep putting corn out and we're watching them on cameras, and they become comfortable coming into that circle. That's what we're trying to do. Make them comfortable. Get them conditioned to get coming where we want them to come. The next step is you set the net up. It's a net, sort of like a batting cage net, but you set the net up and you leave the net off the ground a little bit and let them get used to or comfortable going under the net and getting to the corn in the middle. You give that a couple of days. You don't push it. You're not in a hurry. You want them to feel comfortable. That's the key word in this. Conditioning them. When you get them coming into the middle on a regular basis, then what you do is you drop the net and anchor it down. The next thing they do is they come under the net to get to the corn, and they can't get out. They're trapped. That's what they call it, a trap, all right? And as I've been getting this net ready for this patch, this little batch of pigs, it got me to thinking. Our enemy, Satan, does the same thing. I know I may have given y'all this picture before on a previous lesson. That's okay. It never hurts to have a refresher, right? See, what happens with Satan, our enemy, is he gets us conditioned, or let's say he gets us comfortable coming to a place we probably shouldn't be. He puts out the thing we want the most. For a pig, it's corn. For you and I, it could be something totally different. It could be a relationship that we shouldn't have. Somebody at work that we chat up all the time and tell them everything about what's going on in our life. It could be drugs, it could be any number of things. But what he does is he lures us, okay? He lures us to come a little closer, to get comfortable in that environment. See, when we become comfortable, we stop looking for the warning signs, don't we? We get a little sloppy in the way we live. What we say, what we do, what we watch, where we go. We become sloppy. But we're comfortable? Hey, what's wrong with comfortable Christianity, huh? The problem is it's a trap. Are you listening to me? It's a trap. One day you're going to become so comfortable with the world, and when the enemy drops the net, you're never going to pay attention. You're never going to know what's next. I'm going to read to you something. I've read it before out of the book of James, but I think I need to read it again. There's some of you, hey, listen, I've caught myself in that trap too. I'm not preaching at you. I'm trying to share with you. We can become comfortable in sin, can't we? We can become comfortable with this world and the things of this world, the policies of the world, the morals of this world. We become comfortable. We start to agree with this world. And before we know it, we're caught. Are you listening? We live in a day and time where this world wants us to conform to it. This world wants us to conform to what's going on around us. You know what I'm talking about. All this vaccines and COVID and pandemic and all that's going on. You just pay attention. You pay attention. They want us to become comfortable and agree with what's going on around us. And before you know it, the enemy's going to lower that trap. It's going to lower the net, and you can't get out. Listen, it says, no one undergoing a trial should say, I am being tempted by God. For God is not tempted by evil, and he himself does not tempt anyone. Listen now. But each person is tempted when he is drawn away and enticed by his own evil desires. I think that word enticed is an important word, don't you? We go to the place where we feel comfortable. All right, we are being conditioned. And the enemy will use the very thing that entices us to follow him and not God. It says, then after he is conceived, after desire is conceived, it gives birth to sin. And when sin is fully grown, it gives birth to death. Whew, man, living in this world is a challenge. I'll be the first one to admit it. And you and I need to have our eyes wide open to the things that are going on around us. If it doesn't line up with God's word, we ought to stay away from it, don't you think? Friend, I sincerely hope that you're paying attention to what's going on around you. Please do not become comfortable with the ways of this world. It says, he who is a friend with the world is an enemy with God. Don't become familiar or friendly with this world and the ways of this world, the morality of this world, the thoughts or cares of this world. We need to have our eyes focused on Jesus Christ. He is the answer to the problems. Don't be like those wild hogs that I'm trying to catch. Should be tomorrow or the next day. But the reason I'm going to catch them is because they're not paying attention. they've become comfortable inside the trap. And the end will be death. Okay, I want to leave you with a up note. We are having a great day here in Mississippi, and I hope that your rest of this week and the weekend are profitable and you enjoy your time with the Lord. Take care.